Hey guys, Chicky456 here, back with another video. And as you can tell by the title, this is going to be a completely different kind of video. I held a poll online and some people, well most people, wanted me to go ahead and go for showing a video of how I do those Vocaloid like covers of like different characters, the different songs kind of thing. But first things first is I want to go through some background history, of course, like how did this start. I remember way before, even before I had a YouTube channel, and I just had like my very first cell phone in high school, and I was just searching on YouTube and stuff. I came across these Vocaloid like videos, but it dealt with Sonic characters, and basically it was just the Vocaloid voices singing, but it showed like pictures of Sonic characters that were supposedly singing the song. And soon I came across another user known as Kawaii Yanderly. I'm so sorry if I pronounced any of that wrong. And I believe they got pretty popular from when they were making Five Nights at Freddy videos like that, and they soon advanced on to Undertale characters, and yeah, those videos are pretty popular. And I believe this caused a whole new wave of these kind of videos, because now if you look online, you can find just a bunch of random cartoon characters singing it. But so yeah, that's some of the background history, was how it started off. Now I'm going to be going into the supplies of what you'll basically need. Of course, you could use, I used to use Odyssey or Audacity, but I don't use it anymore because I was really kind of struggling with the setup of it. It was hard to split audio, then if I put two audios on the same page, I'd have to copy the whole section I wanted and then paste it onto the other one. It was hard to control volume, to control pitch. I mean, if you're a pro at it, I mean, go ahead and use that, but I'm going to actually be using my video editor, Filmora. If you have any other video editors, more so, of course, ones that deal with editing video and ones that deal with editing audio, those kind of things together, that would be one of your like best bets. So I'm going to be using Filmora. So this will also go a little bit into how I use Wondershare Filmora as well. You're also going to need to go on YouTube and find a bunch of different Vocaloid covers of the song you want to use. So let's see, what song shall I use? I got a lot of different covers I've downloaded, but let's just go with the good old, we'll go with Rolling Girl. That's one of my favorite songs I love to always edit. Go online, look up a bunch of different covers, and you can really download it. Anyways, so yeah. And maybe if you can't find a good downloader or you're worried, you can maybe use a screen recorder like Bandicam or anything you can use to record sound and try to record it off of the video. Or if you're able to actually even make your own covers, go ahead and do that. But this is just using other different covers. Of course, you want to download the covers and maybe put them all in a good folder, title it. So then what you're going to do next is you're going to get your editor. Like I said, I'm going to be using Filmora. Just going to want to open it, and then I'll get onto the screen and show you how I work the videos. Alright, so here we are with Filmora opened, and I got 4 different covers I could use of Rolling Girl. Now, the reason I really like to use Filmora is it's pretty easy, at least for me. And you can double click on the audio and you get all these different kind of settings. You get speed, volume, fade in or fade out, pitch. Mainly what I like to use is volume and pitch. Those are the main things you're going to be using. Volume, of course, to control how loud the character is singing. And pitch is if you want to make the character sound, I guess you could say, more deeper or more higher pitch. This can be helpful too if you only have a few different covers and maybe it sounds kind of like the character, but it needs to be a pitch lower or a pitch higher to sound almost exactly like the character. So you can just double click on that and you get all those settings. And you can also always hit reset to reset everything. What I also like about this too is you can also edit the video as you go. So I can go like in sample colors and add video or pictures as I go. You can also delete it. Another thing too I like is you can stretch this out by going up here, and when it turns into that little square, you can stretch this out. So after you stretch these, it becomes way easier to perfectly split, like at the exact moment. That's the problem I had with the other editor, Odyssey. It would be pretty hard to exactly pinpoint and split it. And you got these little 2 arrows here where you can actually skip like a few seconds or before and after. And if you want to split, you just right click and here you go. You got the split button. Or you got this, Control B, or the scissors right here, and you can split it. And then you can move this around. That's another thing I like about this. You can move the audios so much easier in this. Just click and drag them. Okay, but let's get to our main point now. Putting together what you need. So let's start off with this cover. Like I said, I like to lower the volume just because we don't know how loud it's going to play and we don't need to freaking blow our ears out. So I'm just listening to it play. Just lowering it down for the video. Pause. Now let's say I wanted to split it here. Right click, split, or again the scissors. And then if I want, I could take this and actually move it way back. So then I can come back to this audio for when I want to bring in this character again. So now I got this part. Oh, and if you also want to add more audio tracks, you can click add new audio, and here you go. More music tracks you can add. But sticking with 2 is fine, because you only need 2. Because the top one is going to be our main area for the singing, and this one down here is going to be for just putting the other ones to the side. So now let's go and let's say I want to bring in this character. Again, volume control, just check. And I can skip a little bit. Okay, let's see. Pause, split it, then we can delete that since we no longer need it. And we can put these 2 together now, and we can see. Pause, split, and then we can move this audio and just move it back here. So now we got our 2 voices together. And like I said, if you want to change the pitches, you can. So I can actually change the pitch and make it deeper by 1. Make it deeper for maybe a more demonic character, or maybe just a character that needs a deeper voice, or I can maybe make it higher pitch. So then what you're going to want to do is just go through and add more characters, how many you have planned. Okay, so now let's say we want to bring another character back in. I can just take this audio, bring it out. Then I can come back over here, where I put all the others, and move it back here. Split, can delete that, and here we go. And I can just put this back down here. So what you're going to do is you want to go through the whole song, plot out what audios you want to use. Just keep splitting, cutting, changing the pitch and audio. As you're doing this, make sure you go up and save as you go along. So even though we have this much done, let's say I got the whole full song, and as you see, it's all split up. Now, this is why another reason I like to use Fillmore is because, like I said, I can actually put in the pictures and stuff that I might need of a character. I can also put in intro, so we can have like this blue thing going in while the music's playing. We can add different overlays, different elements as the song goes on. So let's just put this over it while the song opens. So you can do that. There's just a lot you can use on Fillmore. There's different transitions. You can put different text, different filters. And those are 2 And the best part too is the audio is still all kind of split up, so I know exactly when one character comes in and then another comes in. So even though I'm using just sample colors, I gotta stretch this out all the way here. So now I'm using sample colors, I can just, like, let's say this is a character, let's stretch it out. Here's the other character, and then I can add different transitions, so just fade. So you can see that's pretty cool. So you can do different transitions, texts. And again, I said I like this because all the audio is split up, so I know exactly when a character comes in and when a character leaves and then another one comes in. Now for the pictures, I mean, I've seen people just use the regular pictures that they've gotten from like the show or, you know, like the wiki kind of pictures. So you can actually like use pictures from the shows or the characters or video games, whatever you're using. Me personally, I like drawing the pictures just because I think it adds more to it. You're adding your own creative touch. But I will say, if you do use other people's artwork, just like how Kawaii Yanderly has began, they put credits. Like they'll put a link to where they got the picture from and who the artist is. So you need to at least give credit if you're using other people's artwork. That's just fair. You just have to do that. But like I said too, if you draw your own art, I mean, like what I do, I draw my own characters. Or I said too, you can just use the typical pictures of the characters, such as like the sprite work or pictures from the show, like screenshots of the characters from the show, etc. You can just use those too. But again, I like adding my own artwork just because again, it adds more personal touch, and I can also draw the characters to fit the theme song. Like how for this one Rolling Girl video, I made the characters all look kind of beat up. For Circus Monster, I give the characters the typical horns. So, you know, if you do use your own artwork, you can do a lot more creative stuff with it. After you got all your stuff done, you got all the transitions, you got everything finished, now you want to, of course, save your work, and let's say you want to export it. The thing is, with Filmora, it is a paid kind of thing. And the problem is, if you do export it, you're going to get a watermark over it. Now, I'm going to let you know there are some videos online that you can just easily look up on YouTube, and it tells you how to remove the watermark. It's pretty simple. You know, you actually have to turn your Wi-Fi off. At least for me, you turn your Wi-Fi off. You know, you just go down to your Wi-Fi and turn it off. You hit help, and then you're going to want to go to offline activation. Some of them have these certain codes you could put in. And like I said, make sure your Wi-Fi is off. And then you just hit activate, and it should say, okay, it's been registered, and then you can export it, and it will not show with the watermark. And while it's exporting, you can go ahead and put back on your Wi-Fi and work on anything else. Depending how long the video is, it might take some time, but usually with me, these videos don't take that long, just because it's a simple, short kind of song, and there might not be that much editing to it. Okay, so let's say you got your video all exported, and you're ready to go and post it online. Of course, in the description, what I highly suggest, and it's something you should do, is include like a list of the characters you used. Then next to it, put what voices you used for them, and include a link to the original video where you got the cover from. I mean, it's just only fair. You have to give credit to where you got the original audio. I mean, unless you make the covers yourself and you're the one who created it. But if you downloaded it from somewhere else, at least include a link to give some credit to where you originally got it from. It's only fair. Same goes, again, if you use artwork or images that are not your own. But yeah, I believe that's pretty much how it's covered. So I kind of hope this video helped explain a little bit to how they're made, or how at least I make them. And yeah, so this is just a video people wanted, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. and have a good day.